You can help WMNF now and into the future by donating gifts of stock, real estate, retirement assets, or a life insurance policy. It's easy to leave a legacy of love. Just call 813-238-8001 or go to WMNF.org/plannedgiving to get started today.
Hey there, it's DJ Spaceship. That extra car, the one you like to get rid of, not sure what to do? Selling it can be a hassle. So why not donate it to support WMNF? Here's how. Call 888-WMNF-885 to get started.
Welcome to Live Music Showcase here on 88.5 WMNF Tampa. I'm your host, Ken Apperson. We are here in studio with Sam Hastings. How you doing, Sam?
I'm good. How are you?
I am ecstatic. I always love it when you're on the show. Glad to have you back. Our listening audience is going to enjoy you. Our live stream audience is going to enjoy you. If you're listening right now and you want to watch the show in live stream form, you can head over to Facebook or over to YouTube. On Facebook, it's WMNF's Live Music Showcase. And on YouTube, it's WMNF Community Radio. We'll see you there. All right. So what's your first song going to be?
This song is called How It Feels Being a Songwriter Trying to Make It.
So it's a metaphor.
It's quite literal.
It's quite literal. I love it.
It's entirely literal.
Take it away.
All right.
Pour my life on a page for everyone to see. Wonder what they'll think of it, what their thoughts will be. Well, who cares? I don't care, no. Just me. Every time it seems like something comes and something goes. Flower blooms and dies, the thorns have on, but not the rose. They're just thoughts in my head. You can't listen to them all. There's strength and authenticity. It often proves your point. What's the use of showing who you are to disappoint? I could have been anyone at any place and time. Happy with the place I'm in. What a time to be alive. I get scared 'cause I care what you think. Passion outweighs common sense. You gotta take the dive. What's the point of living if you never felt alive? Show 'em what you got, boy. You got nothing left to lose. You've been working your whole life for this. Probably make it through. And if it doesn't end up working out the way you thought it would, at least you could tell them that you gave it all you could.
Sam Hastings here on Live Music Showcase. Tell me about that song. Sounds like a song maybe born of a little bit of frustration.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was a. I tried out for a TV show that I was invited to try out for.
Top Chef.
And I went in with really low expectations, and I said, like, whatever happens, happens. I just wanted to, like, get in and prove to myself that I could get in front of, a group of people of, like, high status and, like, do it and not freak out and just, like, do it. And so I did that, and I got through to, like, the next round of it. And then immediately after got cut. And so I, like, was saying from the start, I'm like, I have zero expectations. All I need to do for me is to just, like, get in there, show to myself that I can do it. Did that, and then I started to be like, oh, well, I guess it'd be kind of cool if I, like, made it a little further, and just kind of, like, threw the idea around. And then, like I said, ended up getting cut. And I was like, wow, that kind of hurt my feelings. You know? It's you know, and that's basically what the whole thing was. It's just like, you know, singing. I love to sing, and I love to sing for people, and it's fun, but it's like a super vulnerable thing to, like, you're showing this, like, your talent, and that opens it up to everybody to either enjoy it or to be like, that's not good. Mm-hmm. And so that was basically, you know, what that whole thing was about. So
I love it. You know, a question for you and maybe for me and maybe even for our audience is whether or not, does talent exist in a vacuum? In other words, if it's not perceived, if it's not utilized in the world around it, does it actually have an essence? Does it have a meaning? Well, let's dig into that a little bit more in a little bit, but let's dive into another song. What's this next one called?
Let me see. Where's my...
While he's doing that, just wanted to remind everyone about Tropical Heatwave coming up in just a few weeks. Tickets are still available on the website, WMNF.org. You can get tickets for Tropical Heatwave this year. I'm going to be there conducting interviews in the auditorium. They've got an auditorium at the Cuban Club, and they've decided this year to put me on stage and have me interviewing a bunch of the bands throughout the day. So, you know, if you're out there, come and say hi. Hope you do. Anyway. All right. So what do you got?
This one's called Last Time With You.
All right.
These are unreleased ones.
Is this about our last time you were on the show?
Yeah.
When the leaves changed colors and began to fall, we start getting ready to. And as the days grew short, we'd be thinking about all the things we didn't do. Did we stay out by the fire? Did we laugh enough? I would have stayed out later if I knew all along that I'd be gone, and those days would be my last time spending fall with you. Snow came down, it was heavy but so quiet out. We'd walk with nothing else to do. And I remember being cold without a care, because a stormy night could be just fine with you. We had walked out in the snow until our faces hurt. I would have stayed out longer if I knew all along that I'd be gone, and that time would be the last storm that I love with you. Sun came up and pushed its way into my window shades. I'd have slept the whole day through. You wake me up and we go into town for coffee. The time we left was up to you. Did I listen to the things that you said to me? I would have listened better if I knew all along I'd be gone, and that day would be the last time being home with you.
Sam Hastings here on Live Music Showcase. So before that song, we were chatting a little bit about. I mentioned something about like the concept of whether or not talent, musical talent in particular, exists in a vacuum. In other words, and to be clear, when I say that, I'm not asking if it exists at all. I guess what I'm really saying is. Music is so important because of its effect that it has on the world around it, right? Mm-hmm. It's so important, and I'm not saying beautiful or captivating. It's all of those things, and it would be all of those things whether there were people there or not. But music is important the same way other art is important because of the effect that it has on the world in which it exists. So if it exists without being perceived, is it as important?
That's a really good question.
We're thinking on this episode. Yeah.
I don't know if it would. I mean, it just, no matter who's there, like it exists like sound waves and frequencies.
Sure.
And there are, like sound waves that work in harmony and notes that don't go together. And so I think that it's natural for, if you hear two notes that are in harmony, mm-hmm. it like works. Mm-hmm. And it's like playing a guitar with one string out of tune, and it almost like wobbles. Mm-hmm. Like it's like a wobbly.
Truly.
You can like hear it. Mm-hmm. And so I think, even just like sound by itself, there are but I guess you could also argue that a sound that's a little off, it could be good too, and like a, weird, distorted way. I don't know.
Sure. But speaking metaphorically.
Yeah.
I mean, put it this way: would you be happy writing music if no one in the world were ever to hear it? Would you still be happy writing music?
Yeah, I think I get there are songs that I write, and when I write them, I haven't released these or anything.
Sure.
And I will just sit and listen to my voice memos, and I'm like, mm-hmm. that sounds so good. That's that gets me excited. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's because I have the idea in my head that maybe it'll get released someday, or if I'm mm-hmm. just this is good to me.
Sure. Yeah, I love it. So when you're writing music, do you have a goal in mind when you start, or do you just kind of feel it out?
I think I generally just kind of feel it out. It starts with lines.
Mm-hmm. Starts with the lyrics?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll have an idea. It'll be a lyric, and a melody will come into my head, and then mm-hmm. I'll be okay, let's get that out.
Yeah.
That one was a concept song last time with you. I lived in Maine before I moved down here.
Yeah.
And I was talking to a friend of mine's girlfriend, and she was saying how she always gets anxious during fall mm-hmm. because she's did I do everything this summer that I wanted to do?
Wow.
Which is want that we don't deal with down here.
No,
you
true.
Can, basically just do what you want. And, if you're too hot, then that's okay. Mm-hmm. Go inside and cool down or whatever. But yeah, it's it really, the seasons have a huge, huge impact on the lifestyle in the Northeast.
Yeah.
And so that's what made me think of that, whole first verse was basically if I had known that winter was coming, and we only had a certain amount of time to do the things that we wanted to do, did we do them to the fullest, I guess. So, that one was just a line, I guess, the first one, how it feels to be a songwriter trying to make it. Mm-hmm. It was just an idea. I can't remember how that started. I think it might have been just the first line.
Yeah.
I
love that. I mean, as far as the concept of being a songwriter, writing a song about being a songwriter, the meta quality of that is always entertaining to me personally. There's plenty of examples of that, in pop culture, and country music is definitely a genre where that exists prevalently. One of my favorite country songs ever, currently, and maybe of all time, but one of them is a Sturgill Simpson song called "You Can Have the Crown," and I think the first line is like spending. Let's see. Well, it doesn't matter, but there's a line in it that says, "I'm spending all my nights on the internet looking for a clue, but ain't found one yet. Just a bunch of Mopars, guitars, and other stuff I can't buy," and it's relatable if it's nothing else.
Yeah.
And I think every musician kind of hears that. I mean, I know me personally, I was listening to that song, I was like, God, that's I've been there. I know what that's like. I can feel it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's dig into another song. What do you got?
Okay. I'm gonna do this one is called Heroin.
Oh, like the drug or a female hero?
It's a metaphor.
This one. Touche. Love it. Hey, if you're watching the live stream right now, thanks for watching. Drop a comment and say hey. Tell Sam how good he sounds.
Take my hand, my lady, and get me through the night. It seems that I got lost along the way. Pavement underneath my head, at least the stars are bright. Baby, you're worth more than just one meal. My brother said you're no good for me, but he just doesn't see what I can see. My sister, she asked me to come back, but home's where the heart is, that's a fact. For you, babe, I'd do anything. Oh, for you, babe, I'd leave it all. For you, honey, I'd leave my mom and dad, money all behind. Oh, for you, babe, I could die. Walk with me, my darling, tell me it's alright. It seems that I've forgotten how to feel. On the road we can't stop now, I've got a solid plan. Without you I'm just skin and bones. You make me who I am. For you, babe, I'd do anything. Oh, for you, babe, I'd leave it all. For you, honey, I'd leave my mom, dad, and money all behind. Oh, for you, babe, I could die.
Live Music Showcase. We're here in studio with Sam Hastings. Now you're playing, you play all over town currently, right? Mostly over in St. Petersburg still?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. So what are your grander ambitions at this point? What are you hoping to do? What would you like to do? Let's start there.
Yeah. I just want to release more music.
Yeah.
I have like 5 songs that are actually out. And I want to write more, and I want to just blast them out and see what comes back. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have, I have like, in an ideal world, like I'd be playing, all original shows
Sure.
and touring and whatever. But for now, I just want to put stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that some friends of the show, Ybor City Records guys, I think that we need to connect you with those guys because I think they would love your music. They're awesome. They're a great group of local musicians who kind of formed a local record label / like distribution kind of a thing. But we'll have to put you in touch with them.
Sick, yeah.
Yeah. So, real quick, let's talk about tattoos. Okay. You're somewhat familiar with the concept.
Correct.
Yes, right. So when you get so for those who are listening, if you're not watching right now, in the live stream you can see Sam's arms are pretty much covered with tattoos, all different kinds of tattoos, and I'm a big fan of tattoos. I've got a couple myself. Why do you have so many tattoos, for starters? That sounds accusatory, but I'm genuinely curious. Did you get addicted at a young age?
Yeah, my dad is covered.
Yeah.
And so when I was a kid, I was like, that is cool.
Yeah.
And so I want to do that when I'm older. I have like different style tattoos in him, but I just I always thought they were cool. And once you like start to and you find ones that you like that you get in random spots, then you get to a point where you're like, oh, like it looks weird to not have a tattoo in another spot. It's like, I want to like fill everything until there's nothing left.
It's like the canvas is blank in certain spots. Yeah.
Yeah. So
how old were you when you got your first one?
I was 18.
You were 18.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Good.
18 years old.
That's smart.
Yep.
Good call.
Yep.
And what's your favorite one out of all of them that you have at this point? Do you have a favorite, or do you just love them all like your children?
I think like I love them all. I'm like working on my leg, and my leg is pretty cool. I like that a lot. I have like some like silly ones, like I have my palm.
Oh wow,
tattooed, which is like, kind of fun.
Marcy, see if you can get his palm real quick. See if you can get his palm on the live stream there. It's on there, but
it's like a little devil cow.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
a little devil cowboy. That's funny.
Yeah,
palm's a tough spot.
Yeah,
it's painful.
It's quick. It's like they. I feel like after I like did my leg and I have like almost every inch of my leg like up to my like thigh and like upper thigh on the back, and now it's just like how long is it going to take versus like spot, because it just like it all sucks.
I mean, at what point do you run out of space and you start doing like your neck and your
I don't think I would do my neck or my face.
No, you're always going to stay away from there.
Yeah, I'd stay away from there.
Yeah.
I would like do the tops of my hands probably. I have like tattoos on my thumbs, but I don't know. That's why I have like the biggest, like my stomach I have to do, my back, my left leg.
Yeah.
So I still got plenty of space.
If you're listening right now and you're watching on the live stream, leave a comment with your your favorite tattoo or your favorite tattoo story. I've got a bunch of I don't have a bunch. I don't have anywhere near what you've got, but I've got a couple as well. But okay, so let's do another song. Let's jump into another song. What you got?
I'm gonna do one called "Starting Over Again." Yeah.
What's this song about?
This is a breakup song.
No.
It is a breakup song.
Breakup song.
And it's about selfishly not wanting to have to start a new relationship and meet somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm 29, but I feel like, as you get older, like, you want to do it less and less. It's not,
Yeah.
like when you're young, it doesn't matter quite as much. And then, I said, like, at a show one time I was playing this, and I was like, yeah, I'm like, getting old, I'm 29. Everybody's like, I was like, no, I'm serious.
Right. You're like, I'm not old, I'm just getting older than I was.
Yeah. And there's like that expected timeline of, things that happen. So, yeah.
Well, I can tell you from first person point of view, you don't ever have to do that timeline the way people expect it to. I never thought I'd meet the one that I am currently with. We're 5.5 years into our relationship. We got a baby on the way.
Excellent, congratulations.
And things don't have to happen the way people want them to. They have to happen the way you want them to, and when you want them to, and how you want them to. And that's really all there is to it.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Tune because we care.
My mom always gives me a hard time when I tune in between songs. And I'm like,
she's like,
you don't
no one wants to hear
understand.
that. Yeah, you
like,
don't.
I don't care.
I say this to to the listeners out there. This is a little behind the scenes. I say this to every band that comes in here. This is a live show with a live broadcast, and if you strum a chord and your B string is out of tune, I would rather you take a quick few seconds to tune that string than play through an entire song out of tune. I think the listeners appreciate that too. I hope they do. I know I do. Mark says we tune because we care.
I know. I'm like, again, my mom like always gives me a hard time about that, and she's like, nobody can tell, and I'm like, but I can.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, like,
and that changes how you play.
Yes.
Because if you can
Entirely.
feel that you're out of tune, it feels like you're playing with your pants down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So
Totally.
yeah, it should be good.
Beautiful.
I don't know who her parents named her after. That's really sweet, it was her aunt. I don't wanna have to go home with her for Christmas. Meet her dad and shake his hand. I don't wanna drive alone and meet her at the beach. See what our names look like written in the sand. 'Cause I've done this before. Oh, and it's getting kinda old, it's true. Getting tired of doing things for the first time. I wanted things to get old with you. That came to an end, starting over again. I don't wanna see what she looks like when she's crying. Don't wanna say I understand. I'm not trying to hear a sweet song together. Decided stars for our first dance. I don't wanna have to get in bed for the first time. Figure out which side to sleep on again. 'Cause I've done this before. Oh, it's getting kinda old, it's true. Getting tired of doing things for the first time. I wanted things to get old with you. That came to an end, starting over again. Spent a long time doing this dance. You and I both understand. So why am I even sitting here crying? Writing this song without a plan. 'Cause I've done this before. Oh, it's getting kinda old, it's true. Getting tired of doing things for the first time. I wanted things to get old with you. That came to an end, starting over again. Starting over again. Starting over again.
Sam Hastings here on Live Music Showcase. I think that's one of my favorites. I know that one's been out for a little while.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Was that the first one that you put out? Or one of the first?
That was my latest one.
That was the latest
Yeah.
one. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Chronology's not my strong suit. That's such a relatable concept. The concept of the after you've gone through all the heartache of a breakup, whether you initiated it or not, you process all of that, and then it's like, oh my God, now I have to try this again with somebody else.
Yeah.
I have to go through that process of trying to meet someone and trying to like be honest with them about who you are through that whole, process as well, which is hard. It's hard to do that. Everyone, there was a statistic I read once that said that most people, when they first start dating, don't actually meet each other for somewhere between 6 to 9 months because, and not out of manipulation, but because they want to put their best foot forward.
Yeah.
And what everybody's best foot forward is actually what they think they should be. And that veneer cracks after a while.
Yeah.
Can't keep it up.
Yeah.
And over time, that as it cracks, you get to let a little bit more of your real self out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's like super true. I mean, like the whole song itself is just literally being like, what don't I want to do again? I was thinking about I'm trying to think which the first one. It might have just been literally the first line. I don't want to meet some girl and meet her dad and hey, good to meet you, and just act like
nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah, I'm that's just silly. And so that's when I kind of threw in the I don't know who her parents named her after. It's really sweet. You're named after your aunt. Just kind of going back and forth. But yeah, that is probably my favorite song. It's that one. When I wrote that, I recorded it on voice memos, and I was like, "This is really good." I have songs that I write, and I'm like, "This is fine." This may never see any exposure whatsoever, but I wrote this one, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I wrote a good song. So, yeah.
That touches on an interesting concept that I heard recently that I'd never heard before, and I think it's brilliant. And it's a concept that is applicable to anyone doing anything creative. And it's this: think of your enthusiasm like a resource, the way you think of time and money. Don't spend it all on a single song or a single concept, because you'll burn yourself out. Because ultimately, it's never, well, I can't say never, it's rarely a single song that takes an artist's career to the next level. Sure, we have examples of one-hit wonders all the time, but in terms of longevity, in terms of making a career out of it, it's never just one song making a career out of a musician, ideally. It's a collection. It's all of them. And if you spread your enthusiasm out amidst all of your projects, you have more to spare for all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that being a musician and a songwriter, I feel like a lot of us have heightened emotions, and that's why we can put
artists emotional
things into words.
No way.
But it makes everything happiness is to me is this insane, when I'm happy, I'm so happy, and when I'm sad, I'm so sad, and it's almost dramatic. I look back on it and I'm like, what was wrong with me? Why was I so torn up about something dumb? But that's exactly what you're saying. The enthusiasm. If I write something, I'm like, this is it. I don't need to write anything else.
I don't need to do anything else. I'm gonna make it off of this
even
one.
Not even in terms of making it, but I'm just I said all I have to say.
Yeah.
There's nothing more that I need to say that anybody needs to hear.
Yeah.
That's it. So
it's, I think, the catharsis of writing a song that you really truly connect with. And there's something so, it sounds so woo-woo, but there's something so healing about writing a song and realizing that song helped you process a thing that you're going through.
Yeah.
It's its own form of therapy.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the most effective form of therapy, because I don't know I know a few musicians who are pretty level-headed, but most of us are total basket cases. And but it gets us through.
Yeah. But that's the cool part, is that I write this, and then somebody else that's going through a breakup could hear it, and they could be like, man, somebody else feels the same way as I do. I feel less alone and crazy now.
That's
even though I could be crazy too. Who knows?
Yeah. You're hey, maybe you want to be crazy together. You want to call me? Let's start over.
At some level, somebody, hopefully can just hear that and be like, you know what? We'll get through it.
Yeah.
We'll live.
Okay. So we talk on the show all the time about the songwriting process, and everybody's process is different. I think I want to hear another song, but then after that, I want to get into what I have personal, like when it comes to songwriting, I have pet peeves that bother me about songwriting and the way some songs are written, the way I've written some songs. I want to hear yours.
Okay.
After this next song.
Okay.
What's this one called?
This one is called Palm Springs.
Oh. Palm Springs. If you're just joining us, this is Live Music Showcase here on WMNF 88.5, and we are in studio with Sam Hastings.
Driving down a broken road to a song I used to know. Oh, I wanna ride to the sun, sing about the golden one, with my brothers on the run. I ain't seen my home in oh so many years, and I fought and clawed my way through many beers. But my life just don't seem like it used to be. I opened up my eyes to finally see. Oh, I wanna save my soul, driving down a broken road to a song I used to know. Oh, I wanna ride to the sun, sing about the golden one, with my brothers on the run. I was living like my life could never end, but my lifestyle had to give in my old friend. I was riding this old body to the bone. I hadn't slept in days, I should have known. Soul, driving down a broken road to a song I used to know. Oh, I wanna ride to the sun, sing about the golden one, with my brothers on the run. I had broken down the gates and let it flood. Oh mama, all I need is love. I'll bow down on my knees and pray all night long. But if God is real, my friend, He's done me wrong. Oh, I wanna save my soul, driving down a broken road to a song I used to know. Oh, I wanna ride to the sun, sing about the golden one, with my brothers on the run.
Sam Hastings here on Live Music Showcase. I like that song a lot. That's very cool. That big note, every time I hear it, it makes me want to harmonize with it. You know. That's such a good big, like, rolling through the mountains.
Yeah.
You know, like the sun's breaking through the, like, it's very, there's a lot of imagery there when I close my eyes and I hear that song.
That's sick.
Like driving through New Mexico, I can hear myself, like hearing that song on repeat. Very cool. All right, so if you're listening right now, if you're watching right now, now is the time to join in on the fun. AMA, Ask Musicians Anything. It's your chance to call in and ask Sam any question you want to ask him. Ask him, tell him any comments you want to make. 813-239-9663 is the number. Again, that number is 813-239-9663. Call in with any questions or comments you might have for Sam, for me, for WMNF, for Live Music Showcase, for anything that your little heart desires to tell us about. We're open to it. Just, the weirder the better. Let's get weird. It's Friday. You made it through another week. You deserve to get a little weird. It's fine. You can also send an email. Maybe you're at work right now and you need to be a little bit more incognito. DJ at wmnf.org is the email address to send them. Our board op, Charlie, will take your calls. He'll take your questions. He'll send them over to me. And then at the end of the show, I will share them with Sam and with our lovely listening audience. So before that song, we were going to get into songwriting pet peeves or music pet peeves in general. Like, so what I mean by that is like when I'm sitting down writing a song, something that tends to irk me personally as a songwriter is overly formulaic songwriting, you know. And what I mean by that to the listeners is, if you've ever heard a good example of that would be like Maroon 5. Maroon 5 music has become extremely formulaic after maybe their second or so album. All the songs kind of have that, you know, pop, you know, danceable thing kind of locked in.
Yeah.
And it just, overly formulaic music bothers me. And so when I'm sitting down writing, it's so easy to slip into your formula. You know, if you've written enough music at a certain point, it's so easy to just slip into what feels easy.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe that's why I'm hosting a radio show and not, you know, a famous songwriter. But what irks you when it comes to songwriting? Maybe it's not your own music. Maybe it's music you hear out on the radio. What's something that bugs you?
I totally agree with that. Like, that is something I'm so guilty of. I have, like, when I'm writing anything, the music that I'm writing, it's so, like, before I, like, do anything with it, it's like, you know.
Right.
And it's just the same chords, you know,
Sure.
same what, and I'm like, this just sounds like, I'm like, there's nothing about this that is unique or like, so it drives me nuts, like, just getting my mind into, like, you know, the mindset of, like, changing it up and making it sound like something that's like, whoa, okay, like, what's this, you know?
Sure.
Another thing that I have, like, trouble with is writing a song, getting the idea out in a verse and a chorus, and then I'm like, I have nothing else to say about this.
Okay. So no bridges.
I mean, like, there are literally times where, it'll literally just be like a single verse, a chorus, and then I'm like, I said everything about
That's enough.
this topic. Like, like, can I release a 35-second song? Like, I don't need any more time.
Songlet.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny is I've noticed that about your songwriting is it's often like a verse, a chorus, and maybe another verse, and then maybe another chorus, and then
bridge guy.
You kind of let it go.
Yeah.
So do you find bridge writing intimidating?
I don't have, like, I mean, I've written with, like, friends, but, like, a lot of my music experience is just, like, doing it.
Yeah.
And I really like folk music. And when I, like, first started getting into songwriting, I was listening to The Tallest Man on Earth. And he's, like, one of my favorites. And he's, like, very folky, very just, like, you know,
Truly
out there. But just, like, that formula, I was just like, this is perfect. Like, he says everything. Like, it doesn't need to go and change, you know, keys or notes. And I just found it, like, I'm like, this is, like, amazing.
Yeah.
So then when I started writing, like, I guess, I don't know if, like, just subconsciously, I just was doing the same thing. But yeah, at this point, like, I guess, like, I'll try to throw it in if I'm, like, trying to make, like, a real song, but just the way that it comes out sometimes, I just don't have it.
Yeah, I mean, and there's evidence that can be a winning strategy. Not that evidence is even needed, but, you know, one of the most popular, I'm going to go back to country just because songwriting and country are typically a synonymous subject matter. Zach Bryan frequently won't actually write a bridge in the chorus. He'll make a music break and that'll kind of stand in as the bridge, you know. But there's no bridge in there. Yeah. And for if you're listening at home, I'm sure you know what a bridge is, but from a songwriting perspective, if you think of writing music like a road trip, a bridge is usually like a hard left turn down a road you didn't really necessarily expect to go down. And the only reason why we expect them now is because bridges are so common. Yeah. But in folk music, to your point, there's no bridges in folk music. Not many, at least. It's a lot of. There's actually not a whole lot of what we would nowadays call like traditional songwriting structure of like verse, chorus, verse, chorus. There are verses and then there's a turnaround at the end of the verse that, we would maybe call a chorus frequently. But that works just fine. And two, one thing I like about your writing is, even though, sometimes your songs are a little shorter than the average, 3 minutes and 30 seconds, they don't feel forced, and they don't feel short necessarily. They feel succinct. They feel like they're saying what they need to say.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Appreciate
I like that. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, okay, so we have a couple of people in the comments on the live stream. Nancy C. says, does Sam regularly play out somewhere, venue?
Yeah.
So if you want to share a couple of the places that you play at regularly, Yeah, go ahead.
I do Ruby's on Saturday nights, 6:30 to 9:30.
Yeah.
Do Flute and Dram in downtown St. Pete every other Tuesday.
Yeah.
A handful of other spots. I guess like Big Catch every couple weeks.
Yeah. Can people find your schedule online anywhere?
Yeah.
If it were updated?
If it were updated, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm so guilty of that too. I totally get it.
I try to post day of stuff, and I just got really bad. I was on top of it for a while, and then,
Right there with you, buddy. Right there with you. Paloma, one of our favorite listener watchers on the live stream, says, you both have more tattoos than I do, and I've worked in the shops for years. Henna, baby. Sounds absolutely amazing. I'm getting an itch for a road trip, and this music would be great company. Like that. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
All right, so let's jump into another song.
Okay.
And then we can get into the AMAs.
Okay.
And everything, okay?
Cool.
All right, so what's this next one going to be called?
This next one is going to be called Friends.
'Cause you gotta have friends. No, not that song.
This is, all my songs are sad.
Marcus singing the Cheers theme.
Drag me around, oh yeah, you're drag me down. I said I need the low that you bring me to, but I do it all for you. Breaking me down because you keep me around. I need to get away from pain and rain, but I can't do that today. Oh, and I do it all for you. I should leave you high and dry, but I hate to see you cry. All the things you put me through, is it worth it in the end? Just to say that you're my friend. Put me down with words, just hearing the sound of them is doing worse than you thought you could. Bruising mindlessness is not so good. It's not your fault, you just don't get it yet, but they say no one's half the battle. Just give me your hand and take a walk with me, help you understand. Oh, and I do it all for you. I should leave you high and dry, but I hate to see you cry. All the things you put me through, is it worth it in the end? Just to say that you're my friend. Try hear me out, give me the benefit of the doubt. I know what's best for me, now that I can see all this time you held me back. Oh, and I did it all for you, and now I've left you high and dry, and I've opened up my eyes. All the things you put me through weren't worth it in the end, but hey, someday we could be friends.
Sam Hastings here on Live Music Showcase. I I want to write a bridge to that song. Yeah. not that it's bad. I love it truly. And honestly, we've got some AMA people coming down the pipeline that are also a big fan of that particular song. All of them as well. So let's see here real quick. We do have a few AMA comments, so I'm going to share those real quick. But before we do, we'll do the credits of the show and credit where credit is due. This show doesn't exist without the hardworking, wonderful volunteers that are dedicated to the show every single week, making it look and sound as good as it does. Sound mixer Mark Perfetti, audio assistant Pam Robinson, our video director is Ed Lehman, our camera operators are Marcy Connors, Charles Holsopple, and Ike Parham. Our board op is Charlie Cushing, and I'm your host, Ken Apperson. This is a live music showcase. We are here every Friday at 2 p.m. after the news headlines, and our guest this week has been Sam Hastings. Sam, thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Really, really appreciate you. Let's dive into some of these AMAs. Let's see here. So just a couple have come through that I think are worth sharing, if I'm honest. Let's see. Where is that? Where did it go? Okay, here we go. This is a listener comment from Dick Nixon. Dick, you have a great name. I love it. About meeting new people, presenting the best image of themselves. I'm paraphrasing a little bit just to kind of fix the grammar here. But Chris Rock said something about when you meet someone new, you are not meeting them, you're meeting their representative. So I love that. The next comment coming through here this is from Brockett. Brockett says, what's this song called? This song is sick. This dude is dope. Talking about that last song that you just played.
The last one.
Yeah, the last one.
It's called Friends.
That one's called Friends.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. And Brockett sent that twice, so he was real excited.
Thank you, Brockett.
Let's see here. I'm late to the party. Oh, and then he said, I'm late to the party. And then, so in the listener comment here, one more. I think that was the only one. Yeah, those were pretty much the only ones that we had coming through that are worth sharing. And we had a few people leaving those comments in the chat on the live stream. So yeah, that's pretty much all we had right now. But once again, Sam Hastings here on Live Music Showcase. I'm going to post should I post your website in the comments, or what do you think is the best way for people to follow you?
Instagram, probably.
Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll post your Instagram in the comments on the live stream. If you are listening right now on the radio and you want to hear this last song in its entirety, jump over to the live stream, because the live stream always catches the last song in its entirety and whatever antics happen after the last song as well. So before we dive into this last song, you were on the show before, about a year or so ago, give or take a few months. How do you feel like your career as a musician has changed, grown? Have you had any experiences that you found profound in that amount of time? Or has it all been business as usual?
Musically, I don't think much
it doesn't
has
have
changed.
to be musical. Life happens to all of us.
Yeah. I feel like I'm more comfortable. I quit drinking.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
When'd you quit drinking? Yesterday. No, I'm just
like late August.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Wow. Late
Yeah.
August. That makes you 8 months in.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
How's it going?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is this a day-by-day situation?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
6 years for me.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I can relate.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Happy for you.
Yeah.
Has that made your voice better?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, like vocal stamina, ability, general outlook on life.
Yeah, in general. It's a good way to kind of brighten things up. It can be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
it's
it.
Good. It's good. So, just doing life on life's terms now, and, it's
Good
good
for
though.
you.
It's good. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Sam Hastings here on Live Music Showcase. Come back and see us again next week, Fridays at 2 p.m. here on WMNF 88.5, on WMNF.org, and in the live stream on Facebook and YouTube. On Facebook, WMNF's Live Music Showcase. On YouTube, WMNF Community Radio. Follow us, subscribe to us so that you get notifications every time we go live. let's hear the last song. Take us out.
I found God when the bottom of the bottle couldn't do it anymore. And I get scared, feel like running for the door.
This is WMNF Tampa.